Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. It is Saturday, the 25th of November 2023, and yes, it is JoyToy Warhammer 40k time. Dark Angel Supreme Grand Master Azrael, it looks like. He came yesterday, just getting around to unboxing, doing a review. Today, I've taken the plastic off, and I haven't opened him up to take him out. So let's get a look at the box. Does look pretty cool. It does say he's 12.6 cm, which, if that is accurate, will make him taller than most of the other Space Marines. They tend to be, around about 12 cm now, bit bigger than the original releases. On the back, he has that little, is that a sword bearer or something, which looks completely unarticulated, which is a shame. It does look pretty cool. He's got his gun with a side loading clip. He's got 5 alternate hand, his backpack, sword, unsheathed sword, blah blah blah, and you've got an unmasked head, which looks like that guy Better Call Saul, or and that guy, the actor in Nobody, a little bit. Anyway, it looks pretty cool. Right, I'm going to unbox to set it up. I'll be back in an instant. Stay tuned. And here he is. He does look good. That sort of banner behind on his backpack part does look particularly nice. I'm not sure why they wander around with their names on their chest. The worrying thing I will say, while there is some shading, it's not really that evident on the white parts. You think that'd be a great place to do the shading, make it pop really a lot. But on the white parts, the wings and his chest and pauldron, not that much there. But you can see on the feather. We'll look at that in a second. So, things he comes with. He comes with a base. He comes with his helmeted head, which we can see here. Looks pretty good. There is some highlighting, not really shading that I can see. There's shading on the grill part there. There is some highlighting on the wings. A little bit of shading on the gold part, but not a lot. Nice looking helmeted head. I'll swap that around later, but we'll take a look. And then he comes with a 5 alternate hands, so he comes with a left trigger. Standard is right trigger and left gripping. He comes with his right gripping for the sword. Then he comes with the now almost obligatory of action figures, left and right fist. And he comes with another right, is that the same? Another right gripping, which is, let's have a look, slightly less gripping, this one here, than the other one. But that almost seems, I'd say pointless, it's just so similar to the first one. Okay, then he also comes with his little whatever, acolyte or whatever, holding his sword. Really, because he's got the sword in his hand, this one should be like that. Holding the scabbard. This is just a mock one that goes in there. They could have made it so the sword actually goes in there, which I'd have preferred, but I guess it's cheaper this way, or it takes less engineering, who knows. So the scabbard is actually really quite nice. Lots of details going on there, which we do like. He says dropping it. Then the little guy here, which should, if he was if he was articulated, I tell you what, people will be buying the set just to get these guys, because this guy would be great as a little figure. But there's no face or anything inside, just a black hole. The boots done underneath, little Space Marine boots. It's quite nice. There's some inking on this, which is quite nice. It serves the purpose. Does look pretty cool all in all. Let's get a closer look at the main attraction. Here's what he looks like, and his sword and his gun. So the unhelmeted head does look pretty good. Not quite as good as on the box, but actually that's really quite realistic. Those eyes, that sort of 1,000-yard stare is quite menacing. See what I mean? Like sort of lack of inking on the that part. The pauldron, yeah, the same as well. But you can see it on the feather. Perhaps they didn't want that white to be quite as dirty. Sword is nice, really quite big, and his gun, you can see clip on the side, doesn't actually come out. Looks pretty cool. The banner is fantastic. Doesn't overbalance them because it sits nicely on top. His cloak is in 2 parts. There is a hole here. I'm not sure what there's a hole there for. The fact that cloak's in 2 parts means you won't lose too much articulation from it. That hole might be for attaching something. You can't take this gun out, and again, there's no inking on that white. Move around again. Oh, I see. The hole is too, so this can be clipped in. There's a little clip on that, which means there should be a clip on this one here. There we go. So you can clip it in. I wouldn't clip it. I'd probably leave it open for articulating, unless you're going to pose him and leave him, and you can do that pose without with it clipped together. I don't see the point in clipping him, but nice looking figure. You take his gun out and we'll go for his articulation. Not expecting anything drastically improved from anything recently in terms of Space Marines and whatnot. Top to bottom, banner won't turn. Is on has a square peg that goes in the bottom. The little skulls on these sort of nozzles on the side, they do turn. Shoulders go all around. They're on ratchets. You can feel the ratchets as you go. There may be, yeah, there's the butterfly joints. The shoulder roll forwards and back, which is great. Lateral raise will not be good, you know that, and they'll pop out if you go too far, which is unfortunate. But this side, however, seems a bit better. His left side seems to go higher than his right side, which is nice, better than usual. Bicep twist, and his bicep bend, he will get 90 or just over 90 degrees. We can see there. Wrist is all directions because he's on a double barbell joint. Trunk forwards backwards is okay. Side to side is not bad. More this side than that side because of this sculpting here. He can twist. The waist will. Oh, he got a big gap underneath there. You can see. Can you see that big gap? Just sort of in there. Quite a big gap. That gives him the movement. His waist is tiny. The waist should have a separate twist. If I can hold the trunk still. Yeah. So waist has a separate twist. To the side, he only gets so far of his hips before the armor gets in the way. Forwards is pretty good with all the sculpting and the sort of skirting. And backwards is okay. He has the thigh swivel from the top. Has a double kneecap, and his kneecap is not ugly. And it's well over, well, it can get well over 90 degrees if everything is sort of aligned properly. And his foot's on a double barbell, double ball joint, so his foot will have a turn, tippy toe, dorsiflexation, and he has toe articulation too. Right, what I'm doing now is I'm going to measure him like this, then I'll put his helmet on and measure him again, and then we'll do a comparison. So let's do the measurement on this first. The box is 12.6, but to be fair, on the box he's wearing his helmet, so he's not wearing a helmet here. He's new, I don't know, actually, let me see. He's around 12.6 at the top of his head like this. So that's pretty good. And the little guy is only around about 7 cm, but I wish it was articulated. Okay, let me pause this, I'll change his head round and we'll come back and we'll do a comparison. So I'll be back in an instant, stay tuned. Okay, that was quite nice and easy to change his heads over. I should also point out that the fingers on the hands are not the super stiff or the super loose. They have good malleability, so it's quite easy to bend the fingers and it'll go back to shape, which is nice. So with the helmet, to the top of the head, or top of the helmet here, is slightly bigger, still not 13, but the top of the actual sort of feathers and helmet is like almost 17. Top of the actual banner is looking about 24 or so cm. So let's compare them to a couple of figures. I'll move the little guy out of the way. First we'll do some more of the what do you call them, of the Dark Angels. So first, recently I reviewed the Blade Guard Veteran, who's I thought was the best looking of the bunch for the 3 they released. I'll put a link in the top right for you. See that he's bigger than the Blade Guard Veteran. Not significantly, but he is bigger. Next, let's use the Chapter Master Lazarus Dark Angel again. Let's get him standing up nicely first. And we can see that he is a touch bigger than him as well. So move them slightly over towards my left. And lastly, I use an Ultramarines Primaris Lieutenant, is it Argaranthe, I think, who you can see is smaller than all of them by a little bit too. But the scaling quite work with these small size differences, not huge size different, huge even. Oh, got in the end. Huge size differences. He does look good. He's a nice looking figure, but if I'm honest, the Blade Guard veteran looks nicer. That's just my personal opinion, but they all do look pretty good. Nice release, and hopefully this means that the Lion will be on his way to me soon, and then I will continue to review with him and get some more sort of Dark Angels together, have a nice sort of comparison and so forth. So it's been a nice delivery to get hold of. I'm happy with that. It's worth noting with his sheathed sword is actually a very bendy scabbard, so just be aware of that. Let's put the little guy over there. Let's stick him over a little bit more like this. Okay, please consider joining the Patreon. There is a chance to win this awesome Planet Green Valley military robot that will be taking place the first week of December. That will be for paid subscribers on Patreon, because it's not fair that the freebies get to have an entry too. However, it is free for 7 days. You can see the videos there before they are published on YouTube, so it's worth checking out. There'll be a link in the top right of the screen for you now. Hope you enjoyed the review. Please like, share, subscribe. I will see you in the next video soon. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye bye.